God, I'm so tired.
Well, from what?
From a long day of work, and my head is killing me.
Really? I didn't go to work today.
Oh, lucky.
No.
Did you bang out?
I did. My back was killing me when I woke up this morning. I couldn't get out of bed. So.
Jerk.
Yes. Being old. Being old is being jerky. Sure. Why not?
Oh, man. No, it's going to be, this is going to be a tough one to get to. I don't know. The end of my work day today, I hit the wall. I just like, boom, and just freaking, that was it. I was like, Dunsky.
What time did you, did something particular happen at work today? I was at school.
Yeah, my blood pressure. If you visited my apartment, you would think that.
It's the home of a great big fat person.
That is very true.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
I am very big and fat. I am.
You're not. Yeah, but just
numbers
you're
going
like,
up.
You're festively plump.
I am not festive. I am not festive. If I was happy and jolly, I would accept that. But I am a miserable son of a bitch. And we'll get there too. That season,
dude. $100 an hour.
Really?
That's what I made when I did it that one year. I have the costume.
That's a lot of money.
That's what I was told by a real Santa Claus.
A real, not the real.
Well, I have a man on my route. I have a man baby.
Hey, man.
Who dresses up like Santa Claus every year.
Does he look like Santa all year round?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, does he? All right.
He's got the full beard all year round, the white hair, the white beard. He's jolly. And I told him that I got a costume mainly for my children.
Okay.
Who were upstairs. I put it on somebody was looking for a Santa to come entertain their family, and I put it on Facebook. Well, like, I have a costume, and I sent them a picture of me doing it at my daughter's school when she was like 3. And so she goes, "Sure, what's your rate?" So I was like, "Let me get back to you." So the next day at work,
you Google.
I couldn't believe the prices, and the next day at work, I went up to him like, "Let me ask you a question. What do you charge for?" To be Santa? He goes, $100 an hour. And he goes, and he gets more closer to Christmas. I'm like, really? This was now like a week before Christmas.
Okay.
And I had to go 4 blocks from my house. It was 100 degrees in the suit. I literally looked like a psycho driving up Wanto Avenue in full costume. Windows down, sunroof open because I needed the cold because I was
very bad Santa like.
Very bad Santa like, get out of the way, asshole. Pulled up to the house, walked in, gave out.
Shouldn't you have gone down the chimney?
No. See that my cousin Phoebe Cates, when she was working in a bar, her town was overrun by little gremlins, and she was telling her her love interest about the time that her dad was actually trying to surprise them, and probably the stupidest dad in the world.
That really sticks in your craw. That scene in Gremlins.
It's the worst. That scene does not need to be in the movie, and that's why I don't believe in Christmas. I knew there wasn't a Santa. Okay, thanks for the worst acting in the world, Phoebe Cates. Do me a favor, take your top off and get out of a pool, would you please? That's all you're good for. You married Kevin Kline. Ugh.
Show your tits.
Show your tatas. So then I went to these people's house, and I became Santa Claus for them, and I had some nice 21-year-old sitting on my lap there.
And what do you want for
and
Christmas?
And the best
dear?
is like, Santa, tag me, tag me. And and she gave me $100 for literally 20 minutes worth of work.
That is insanity.
Yeah,
that is awesome. Good. I should do that. Have you ever done anything naughty in the suit?
No, I can't desecrate the suit. One of the nicest things I think I ever did in the suit, the little girl who lives behind us. We should probably start the show, right?
Yeah, we've been started.
Oh, okay. So
input
music here.
Yeah.
So one of the nicest things I think I did.
Welcome to episode 61.
61 of the Better Half podcast. That's right. I'm your host, Frank, and that's Larry over there.
61 asterisk.
61 asterisk. Oh, yeah, that's the famous
baseball.
Yankee.
Baseball.
No. As not Morgan Freeman. What's his name? James Earl Jones went, baseball. And it's been the constant, Ray. Baseball.
What was that, Field of Dreams?
Yes.
Field of Dreams reunion this Saturday.
You're allowed to cry. It's okay.
At Chiller Theater.
Very cool.
Yeah.
The girl behind. So I was Santa. It was nice suit. It's hot.
I put the presents up my ass.
Gifts everywhere. Tinsel in my beard. Couldn't get it out. Very sweaty. It was jolly old soul. Elves everywhere, crying, harassing. Can I finish the story?
Yes, please.
So the little girl who lived behind us, she actually, I'm actually wearing her shirt. As a matter of fact, she got diagnosed with leukemia, and she was in kindergarten. She's my son's kindergarten class, and she, thankfully, knock wood, is doing very well now.
Excellent.
But at the time, so she got diagnosed literally the first week of.
Please don't tell me she sat on your lap and she was like, Santa, can you for Christmas?
No, I don't think I would have made it through that. But
gotta go.
But the shirt here is the little slogan that he came up with. I'm not going to put her name out there, but she the whole kindergarten class decided to take up a collection and bought her Christmas presents because she couldn't take part in any of the Christmas stuff at school. So I said, look, I have the suit. I'll go around the corner.
Like Superman.
Like Santa Man. And dun, 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 jingle, jingle, jingle. I went around the corner in costume. My kids were shuffled out of the house so they didn't see Daddy going, what the hell is going on
Wait
here?
a minute. Mom's cheating on Dad.
You know, her mom, dad, and grandparents, little brother, bunch of dogs, and family were all there. And this is when she was deep in the thick of it, you know.
Okay.
And she had, I gave out the presents, and I said, I have one more gift for you. And with that, my wife, Stephanie, lifted up my beard. I opened up the first few buttons of my shirt, and I had her shirt on underneath.
Okay.
And I go, Santa's fighting for you.
Oh,
and
wow.
I made the mistake of looking up at her mom, who was bawling. And the father, who was like, the father is like, he reminds me of Chris Kyle. He's like this giant of a man, and he's like, America, and he's like, he's the nicest guy in the world too.
But he knows how to snap your neck in 14 different places.
Probably could, and he's got like his eyes are all something. He must have been cutting onions or something.
Oh,
he had a little water in there.
No.
And then I'm like, okay, Santa's got to get back to the North Pole, and I literally got out of the house. I made it about 10 feet, and I collapsed into my wife's arms, crying because it was just so emotional. But like I said, knock wood, she's in the second grade now. She's very healthy, and thank God. So on that sour note, Jesus.
All right, folks, we'll get ready for a wonderful, funny-filled episode.
Let's bring
now.
on the cursing.
Jesus, bring on the lesbians.
Let's turn. What? Wait. What? We're in my house. Nobody told me nothing. God damn it.
That's the only kind of porn I don't like is Santa porn.
Never watched it.
I can't watch it.
Never watched it.
Can't watch it.
I have been watching a lot of Daphne and Velma porn lately. Zoinks. Hey, Scoob, check out the boobs on her.
Oh, please tell me Scooby's not involved.
Roki doki. Okay, Scoob.
I've seen a couple of those. What's the funniest parody porn you've ever seen? No, let me rephrase that. Like, what's the oddest parody porn?
Well, parody is, you mean fetish or parody?
No, parody.
So like
I've seen like
on Golden Blonde, something like that.
Yeah, like Clerks XXX,
Gladiator.
Yeah. It's stuff like
Romancing the Bone.
Avengers XXX, which is such
I don't know, because I never really watched it. The creepiest thing I think I ever watched was clown porn once.
That's weird.
That was strictly
weird.
by accident.
Honk.
No.
Yeah, I think mine would have to be.
What, you watch porn?
From what I've heard, the weirdest one was a Brady Bunch parody.
Oh, I did watch Family Guy once.
Oh,
a live action Family Guy where what's the daughter's name?
Meg.
Meg got railed by everyone in the
There you
family.
go. I saw a SpongeBob one once. That was weird.
Please don't. That's disgusting.
And then The Simpsons was just really odd because they were like painting themselves yellow.
Plow your sister, boy.
Here's a weird one.
Now the show is over now.
I was going to keep it quiet.
No.
There is this company. I think it's called Woodcock Johnson. And
you don't even know what you just said?
Or Woodcock Rocket or something.
What?
They do parody porn, but like it's weird because I'm going to be honest with you. It's like
please be honest with me.
A half-hour porno, but only one scene at the end. Now, unless this is like
I don't need a story.
Hold on. Unless this is like a free video, and then they're just not showing anything until like one scene. I saw they had Back to the Future.
Black to the Future?
No, it wasn't.
Marty!
No, I told you I watched it.
Black people have power!
I'm kidding.
And big cocks!
No, it was like, what was it? It was like this
Did I just say that?
dildo machine that had to hit 88 like revs per minute or something like that. And then at the end,
when this dildo hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna literally shit.
And then Marty and Doc Brown got it on at the end.
With Jennifer or with
let me rephrase that. Marty was a girl, so
okay, that makes sense.
And then I saw a which was creeped me out big time, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles parody. But this movie studio must have raided the Jim Henson studio.
Oh no!
And took the costumes from the live action turtle movies because these costumes looked almost identical to the movie.
You would fucking notice that. You would notice. You would be watching a porn and going, "Wow, good costume design."
It's nuts. And the girl who played April O'Neil, the actress, April O'Neil.
Wait, the real April O'Neil?
There's an adult film star named April.
And
then I think she banged the turtles.
Let's talk about Maitland Ward, shall we? I don't think we talked
Why
about
not?
that.
She's got her OnlyFans account, which I'm blocked from.
Why?
Oh no, I'm not blocked from Maitland Ward's. I'm blocked from OnlyFans.
Why? You brought it up, asswipe. Do we know what? Can you explain what OnlyFans is?
OnlyFans is a website I've suggested to a lot of people to go on. To star on. No. All joking aside, OnlyFans is like a website where anyone at home, it's almost like Facebook, but like with adult content. So like you can charge whatever you want a month.
Okay.
Maybe not Facebook, like Patreon, that's what I should say. Charge anything you want for a month, and then like, you share photos.
By the way, if
videos.
we get a Patreon site, I'm just using the money to buy like people's Patreon so I could see people I know naked.
Absolutely. So, but Maitland Ward is on.
Maitland Ward, the star, one of the I would say co-star of Boy Meets World. She came on in the later seasons, I believe. As
came on.
She definitely was. She was came on. Come on.
This is gonna be interesting. Wow, we really went from one end of the spectrum to the other here.
Maitland, kids with cancer to porn star actresses.
She just recently on her free Snapchat was talking about.
I don't understand Snapchat.
Was talking about like this line of work, and she said she was like, I've always been interested in the adult film world, and B, she absolutely loves what she's doing. She looks like she's in full control.
Think she banged Topanga?
That'd be
one
awesome.
Could only wish.
That would be awesome. But I don't remember her on Boy Meets World. And I remember
she came on in the later seasons. She, what was the guy's name?
Ryder Strong.
Huh?
Was that the friend Ryder? The actor's name, Ryder Strong.
He had a name like that. Boy Meets World.
Unless it was the brother.
Well, the guy who was the voice of Kit was the
Mr. Feeney,
right? Mr. Feeney.
Oh, did she bang Feeney?
Simpson, eh? Oh no. So no, it was the older brother with his Sean.
Sean, okay.
No, no, was she Eric the older brother? Eric was the older brother.
Sean was the friend.
Sean was the friend who had no parents.
Yeah, then like the teacher befriended him as
and then became like his and she played Rachel. She was Eric's, I think, like girlfriend, fiance, or whatever in the show.
Yeah.
She came on. I think her name was Rachel McGuire. Yeah, she played Eric's love interest.
Okay.
And like I think at one point he got an apartment or something, and
I remember that
they lived in.
Like when he went to college.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so she was on that, and now she's doing porn, and very well, might I ask.
She started doing it just herself,
right?
Actually through Patreon, and then I think Patreon went, "No, you got to move on."
You're crashing our site.
And then she moved on to this OnlyFans and supposedly doing very well.
Now she just did a movie.
She's starting to do real
Well,
movies.
she just did a movie with our
that's right.
March Babeness winner,
Angela
White, which I can't wait to come out onto. I think it's a site called Porn Hubcap?
I'm not sure. PornMD.com. I'm not 100% sure.
Pornhub could be.
So,
Jizzmaster.com. Anyway, so very excited about that. I'm looking forward to her.
I wonder if it's going to be on her IMDb
future work. Well, no, but she really just literally just made it into March Babeness season 3. Like she might be a candidate in one of the categories now because talk about a blast from the past.
Hey-oh, in the face.
That could be a category. Stars who become porn stars.
All right, that's a small handful though. or at least successful ones.
That's what she said.
Hey-oh. I mean, what? You got Maitland Ward, and then you got...
I didn't say, look, okay, we could say stars who become porn stars or have had sex tapes.
I wouldn't count the sex tapes.
All
Because
right.
you can say, because there was her, there was, who was the one, Buttafuoco?
Amy Fisher.
Amy Fisher.
Long Island Lolita
Yeah.
from the neighboring town of Massapequa.
That's right, she was from Massapequa.
Yeah,
That's
she
right.
was a whore.
Yeah, just-
Dirty, filthy whore there. Oh, jeez, Archie.
She actually did legitimate film.
Yes, with her. I saw that with the
Yeah.
one in the bathtub.
Yep.
I mean, I
What?
heard.
Huh?
I heard. That's what I heard.
No, not that one. That was
That was with her husband.
That was. I'm talking about. She did a studio video, from what I understand.
Really?
A couple of them.
Interesting.
Even a little Samola there.
Lesbians?
A little bit.
Why do you have to say Samola?
I don't know.
That makes it sound like from the 50s.
I don't know.
The old Samola there.
That's
That's the 40s, but...
This is what happens when I wake up 25 minutes before we record.
Okay. Why are you napping after work?
Because
you
I'm just
fucking
'cause
child.
I'm fat and I'm tired.
Well,
That's
whose
why.
fault is that? You should
Mine, totally
well,
mine.
So get out, have some grilled
Totally
chicken,
mine.
and walk around the block.
I'm walking. Look at me. I'm talking.
No, those aren't the words.
Whatever.
Anyway.
What do we have on the agenda today?
Oh, we have a good agenda. It's kind of movie centric.
Before we go on, first of
Before
all,
we go on to the agenda, which you just asked me to go on to.
Yeah, I know.
Go
I know. I'm sorry.
Sudden douche-eruptic.
I just want to say,
Where's my-
by the time this drops, we're actually already going to be on twice. But we want to thank Dennis Newman, for having us on.
Hello,
The Newman Show.
The Newman Show, Strong Island Television.
Which, again, by the time this episode drops, we've already been on twice. We were actually on the post, what are they called? The
It's in the future.
second to last, and then the last episode for him for now.
Yes, the Eve.
Good time. No, it's like the pandemic or something like that.
Oh yeah,
or-
pandemic.
Pandemic?
Pandemic.
Something like, I don't know.
Pandemic.
So thank you very much for having us on the show. We had a blast.
We had
I'm
a great
assuming
and
both times.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, the second episode, that thing that happened, forget it.
Oh, man.
That was so awesome. That was like
Yikes.
2 days ago, right
We're
on Monday.
never going to be allowed back.
Well, not unless we get our own show there. So
We will see.
we will talk about that off the air. Coming to Strong Island Television, the better half live.
Modal.
Roku.
So let's talk about today's agenda.
Yeah, so I was thinking, episode 61. That's a big round and straight number. I have no idea what even that means.
What? Okay.
But I was kind of throwing this around, like I said, on my mail route, I get to think of things.
You're very bored.
Yeah, I write things down when I get back to my mail truck. I have a little piece of paper, little Post-its, and I write stuff down. And I'm like, oh, this would be good for the show. I don't know what brought it up, but I said I was thinking about war movies. Okay.
I want to kill somebody.
Well, you know what it was? I
movies.
think there was a bunch of cop cars on my route, and I was thinking like, oh, this is great if there's like anarchy, and then
I gotcha.
anarchy led to war movies in my brain.
Anarchy.
So I was thinking,
in Bedrock.
I really love war movies, and I don't think I've seen enough. But I was like, the ones that I've seen, I'm like, what are my top 5 favorite war movies? So I'm like, this is when I texted you. I go, think of five war movies.
Which I did. And now, whoosh, 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 bam, 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 top 5 war movies.
Hold on a second. Listen, I know you had a fucking failed dream of becoming a fucking game show host, but what the fuck was just that? What was that?
It was a sweeper.
What was that?
Top 5 war movies.
Can you just talk normal instead of being Guy Smiley?
Talk. Guy Smiley was awesome. I miss Guy Smiley.
Seriously, I'm Wink Martindale,
Look, I had aspirations as a young child to be a game show host. I slightly lived it out in high school. Made my poor old grandmother keep getting up out of her chair to play Family Feud. And one day I'll get there. Why do you think I brought a box of pop trivia cards?
Okay. Top 5 war movies. I don't know why you brought trivia
When we
cards.
used to play Trivia Pursuit back in the day, like all the kids were around, like during the summer, we played Trivia Pursuit. All I wanted to do was ask the questions. I didn't play the game.
Really?
I honestly
you know what?
only wanted
and I know she's going to listen to this, but I really blame your mother for not giving you a sibling. You really needed a sibling.
kind of.
No, you needed a sibling. It's
What?
It's just it's not. It's
There's
been
nothing wrong with being an only child.
It's done you a life injustice.
No, it hasn't.
Yes,
Stop
you
it.
don't
You're
know
gonna
how
make
to.
my mother- You're going to make my mother feel
You
bad.
do not know how to share.
No. I don't want to share.
Exactly.
We've had
because you were
this-
never forced to share.
No,
No,
I don't
because
have
I
to.
remember growing up. You share that with your brother. You share that with your sister. It's my breakfast. You share that with your mother, with your brother.
What?
Mom, give me my cereal back. I love you, Beth, but seriously, adopt a human, please.
Oh.
Jesus, enough with the cats and the dogs.
What? Two cats in the entire lifetime of that
Okay,
house.
well, cats live to like they're 90. Anyway,
not
top 5
ours.
Okay, so I thought of a lot of war movies. And
Okay.
I've seen a bunch, but I still see there's a. I was looking through a list online. I'm like, wow, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. Okay, hold on.
Wow, that was a stroke. I apologize.
Hey,
Shell shock. What I wanted to ask, like, when you say war movie, like, does it have to be like an actual like war, like a movie about a battle, or can it take place like during war? Because I think a couple of movies on my list I feel are war movies, but I want you to be the judge.
Okay.
And we may have to have a ruling.
Okay, so let's hear your list. And now, these aren't in any particular,
No particular
order,
order
like not like
whatsoever.
5-1 or whatever.
No, not at all.
Okay.
So on the list, I think, which is probably on everybody's list, Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
Absolutely. Tremendous movie, just cinematically speaking, storytelling-wise. Tom Hanks was on a roll with World War II movies.
Tom Hanks' hand was shaking in the movie, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Great cast, too.
Fantastic cast.
You had, was it Giovanni Ribisi? You had
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. You had Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Was I a good man? Did I lead a good life? Yeah, Grandpa, shut up. Can we have your inheritance already? Jesus.
I haven't seen that movie in a while, though. I have to go back and watch it.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel was in that?
I'm pretty sure he was in
Again,
that.
I haven't seen the movie in a long time, so...
Who was the guy? He was the sniper, remember?
I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
Saving. Jesus Christ, Larry.
But
Private Ryan.
it was just like the realism.
Tom Sizemore. The
Oh, okay, there you
ever-lovable Tom Sizemore. Let's see. You had Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, Tom Sizemore, Ed Burns, Edward
that's right,
Burns,
yeah.
Barry Pepper. He was the
How about his brother Bell?
it's just the red. You know what I'm saying?
How about you shut the fuck up?
Oh, I'm sorry. Giovanni Ribisi, Adam Goldberg,
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy Davies. Do you know who that is?
Why doesn't
He
that
was in
sound familiar?
Twister. He was the one.
Oh,
who,
please. Is he the one that says, we got cows?
No, he was. He was Upham. He was the one who spoke German.
Yeah.
But remember, there's also a very supporting cast in there. You had Ted Danson who showed up in that movie.
Oh, my God, that's right.
Remember, he was. Then you had Bryan Cranston was in the War Department.
I do not remember that.
Paul Giamatti was a sergeant. He was the one that had the fucking rock in my shoe.
I think I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah. That sounded like Chip. Holy cow.
like Chip, really?
That sounded like Chip a bit, yeah.
Okay. Dennis Farina was in that. Nathan Fillion, who I didn't know that. Firefly.
Nathan Fillion.
Fillion.
Yeah. I'll pronounce it correctly.
Ryan Hurst was in it. He's from now he's in Walking Dead. He was in Sons of Anarchy.
All right.
He was the one who was deaf. I can't hear you, Sergeant. A lot of people. A lot of.
We're just going to go through the entire credits. First gaff.
Fuck yourself, you mother.
I'm sorry. I'm in a mood. I apologize. I told you.
You really are in a dick
I'm
mood.
fat and I'm cranky.
Not my fault. Was that coming over the ice that I'm chewing? Ooh, cavity. Okay, so what's your next
All right,
movie?
so that's number one. Now, this is where I don't know if you would consider it a war movie.
Porky's. No?
Takes place during wartime.
All right.
Well, two of them. Act of Valor. That's the movie where they had actual Navy SEALs star in it.
Okay.
It wasn't. It didn't make
What
a lot
was
of
it
money.
about?
Basically,
I
it was
didn't see
about Navy SEAls. Having to infiltrate. There was like a terrorist organization getting ready to come into the U.S.
Yes, that's a war movie.
Okay. And what happened was they were making the movie, and all these Navy SEAls were just what do you call it? Like they were just there to make sure everything looks correct and is done correctly.
Advisor.
Kind of like Arlie.
What's your name, scumbag?
Yeah, he started off
Wow, that
as
was
just
actually pretty good.
Yeah, very good. He started off. I can never say his name right too.
Arlie Ermy. Rest in peace.
Oh, totally. He started as an advisor
Right.
on that movie, and Kubrick was like, all right, fuck you.
Yeah,
this guy's
yeah,
in.
He's in, yeah.
So they were making Act of Valor, and that's basically what happened.
Hell, I like you. You can come to my house and fuck my sister. Love that movie. It's on my list.
So, they had regular actors. I don't think anybody big name, but then they were like, all right, forget it. We're putting in actual Navy SEALs.
Correct.
So,
right, okay.
These guys never acted before, but it was such a great movie. And like just one of these movies at the end, in the movie, I mean, I guess the movie's been out for a while, so I'm not, I guess, spoiler alerts, I guess, at this point we'll call, just in case. Like one of them, during one of the scenes, a grenade is dropped, and the guy actually jumps on the grenade and just
Why'd
takes
you ruin it?
You ruined it.
Giuliani ruined it.
But it was just so powerful to watch, especially knowing that these guys probably have actually seen this kind of stuff happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that's a good one. That's number
okay.
two.
That's
number
2
of 5.
2 of 5.
Number 3, which I was worried was in the same vein, but I think it will count as a war movie.
Annie.
Probably the remake. An American Soldier.
An American Soldier.
Excuse me. Wow, stupid me. American Sniper.
Yeah, that's a war movie.
Yeah, so...
Great movie.
No, again, like the movie itself is more about...
yeah, but... It's still,
I get it.
That's definitely that great movie.
And I will say this right now: if any red-blooded American seen that movie and does not have a single emotion during the credits, I will swiftly kick you in the nuts. Did you ever actually see the movie?
Yes, I saw it in the theater.
Okay, yeah, so did I. I mean, actually, I think it was me and Eric, and like we're
Eric
watching,
and I.
we're watching the movie, and then. Now, of course, this is a movie about Chris Kyle, who everyone knows, unfortunately, was killed of all play. It's almost like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's almost like you'd rather of him died in the battle or
right.
something like that. But instead, just some, unfortunately,
I don't think
just
this is a
another
spoiler
vet.
here. I think this was an American
everyone
history.
knew.
So
Yeah.
he came back. He made it back. He suffered
did.
from PTSD.
Absolutely.
He was a sniper. Confirmed the most
Most kills.
Most
Yeah,
kills. Snipes. And
Swiper, no swipe.
He was actually helping other vets with PTSD, and that vet shot and killed him.
Yeah, it's it sucks, and you knew that was coming.
Thank
in the
you
movie.
for your service.
Yeah,
that
I was a
asshole.
Navy SEAL.
He fucking sued.
He did, the wife.
He sued the wife. That piece of shit.
I can't stand him.
I was good in Predator.
I ain't got time to bleed. Did you watch someone
yes.
put the opening credits?
Yes, they put the Full House in the closing credits.
Oh, closing. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
which is even better because that movie they actually laughing in the credits at the end.
Oh, that's true.
Get to the chopper.
So we're in the theater and obviously that part's coming up. All right, and that's unfortunately how the movie ends. But then they show the actual I don't want to say parade. What do you call it?
Funeral procession.
Funeral procession.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like both of us are like, hold it in.
It's okay to cry. It's okay.
It's good.
It's gonna be okay.
And then when I watched it again at my dad's house, at my parents' house, with my dad watching it, and then and I've already seen this. Sometimes when you see it again, like it's coming, you're good. Nope. It was like I was watching for the very first time, watching that procession. I can't.
I actually started writing Larryisms down because I was listening to a podcast that you were on, Retro Gamers. I believe it was episode 76 that I'm up to, and I said,
"Better hurry! I'm starting to delete the old ones."
I know. I need to Larry language. I called it. So far, I have legitly and learnt. 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 You were talking to Rippo, and you were like, "Oh yeah, there's something I learned from playing this game," and I'm like. No. Learned. I have to write that down. So I will be keeping this. I will be publishing this someday. I actually just might read it at your wake. So
where I'm going, it'll be soon.
So okay. So,
all right. So that's 3.
Wait, that's 2. Oh no.
Yeah, because yeah.
Act of Valor.
As much as it's more of a fantasy, a bit. I'm not gonna say Star Wars. Don't worry. But as much as it's more like of a fantasy,
Buckaroo Banzai.
Inglourious Bastards.
Did not see it.
That I enjoyed.
I own it. I have not seen it. My wife bought it for me, and it got shuffled into all the kids' movies. And don't ask. But it's up there now in Blu-ray, and I have yet to watch it.
I've definitely owned movies I've never seen.
It's horrible.
It's not a bad movie. Here's what happened.
It's not historically accurate, though.
Absolutely not. And to be fair,
and it's spelled wrong.
Yeah, that always confused me. Yeah. Like going into it, when you're watching the movie,
don't spoil it, please.
I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, you're like, this could be good. But then, like, at the twist at the end, you're like, nah, it didn't happen.
Right.
So, and it's funny, too, because we were watching it, and, like, that's a good, 2.5-hour movie, probably. Literally the first hour, I'm, falling asleep. I'm like, this movie sucks.
It's a slow draw.
terrible. Literally, where I had the remote getting ready to turn it off, and then just something happens, and I'm like, "Whoa!" And then it just took a full 180.
Now, Tarantino directed that?
Yeah, wrote and directed it.
Okay.
Took a full 180 and was just absolutely fantastic.
You mean like From Dusk Till Dawn that starts out as a crime thriller, turns into a horror movie?
Basically,
like, what the hell just happened here?
So
okay. That's 4.
So that's that one. And then the 5th one, it's more... I've always considered this movie to be 2 movies in one, but I've never actually gotten through to the second part, Hot Shots. So,
Hold on, I need to throw something. That is not a war movie.
But Hot Shots Part 2, they take on Saddam Hussein.
Not a war movie.
They take on Saddam Hussein.
Hot Shots is not a war movie.
Full Metal Jacket. I was being facetious. Yes.
I was about to punch you in the neck.
The Vietnam part of the movie, and this could be, admittedly, growing up in my household, not a lot of Vietnam movies were shown in the house because, to be fair, and I believe, and I 100% believe him, and I support and back my father's thoughts on this, that a lot of those movies very propaganda driven, and
correct,
especially during the times how it was here versus what was happening over there. Not that everything was peaches and cream over there in Vietnam, but we like Apocalypse Now, never. Platoon the movie never made it into Mormon household. Platoon the video game on NES I owned. Don't know how that happened, but that did happen. Let alone how that game was
I like
made.
to hear about it, pothead.
But with Full Metal Jacket, it really is 2 movies in one. You got the
Yes.
whole boot camp scene.
Boot camp, right.
And then, of course, Vietnam.
What is your major malfunction? No, nuts.
And just the whole boot camp part is just nuts. And mostly because of Sergeant Emery. Ermey. I would say Emery. Ermey. It was just so powerful and real and just, it was nuts. I'd like to add a 6th, though, to this.
Okay, honorable
list.
mention.
Honorable mention? Well, it's out of order, so.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Great movie.
Fantastic movie.
Great movie.
My first ever R-rated movie I saw.
Not 100% historically accurate, too, from what I understand. But
I mean,
I don't think any of these movies are.
No, and as much as good, and this is where like Good Morning Vietnam really takes place during and in the Vietnam War, but not at like a battle or even though they blow up the bar and everything like that. But again, hearing about it, the stories from my father, who I don't know if he actually heard. Because Adrian Cronauer is a real DJ that was over there. Yeah. I don't remember if my dad actually heard like live at the time Adrian Cronauer. Probably not.
I'm sure you probably heard Hanoi. What's her name? Annie, the one that on their radio station. Oh, Soulja Boy.
Probably.
We love you a long time.
He said there was an amazing cover band there. Like some Philippine cover band that would come in and like they played as like the Beatles and they sounded just like them.
The Ritos.
But Good Morning Vietnam.
I'm not getting on Saturday Night Live now.
Good Morning Vietnam, fantastic. Especially after the fact, when going through the history of Robin Williams, after he passed away a few years ago. Good Morning Vietnam, definitely a wonderful. And every now and again, when I quote, which I always screw up the quote, when they're talking about Nixon showing up, and like, well, the VP. It's coming in to do KP and the POD with the VP. I'm like, what? And it's also the first movie I remember my dad laughing hysterically at.
I saw Good Morning Vietnam in the theater.
Wow.
At UA Movie Theater in Nashville.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I remember saw it with my friend Eugene from elementary school.
And if you do... I
don't remember the movie.
That's what that's from. Yeah.
I just like, Good Morning Vietnam. My name is Goober. Robin Williams did some amazing work.
And I think a lot of that was, again, just off the cuff with him.
I'm sure it was a lot of
during that part.
ad-lib.
So for someone who's not into war movies...
I'm surprised you're not into war movies.
Because I like comedy. I want to laugh. I want to go to a movie and laugh. I don't want to sit there and cry or be scared.
I got to tell you...
or jerk off.
These two are not on my list, but because you brought American Sniper up and Unbroken... They came out right after each other. Unbroken is the one that I think Angelina Jolie directed about the guy who was in a POW camp, a Japanese POW camp, and they didn't break him.
I just remember enough. Look at now they're going to start flooding in.
Those two movies walked out dead silence. Dead silent.
Yep.
I mean, I just remember coming out. We went saw it in Huntington. My wife went out, and she wanted to see it also. Went out on a date out, and we came out of the movie theater, and it was snowing, and it was. And Huntington's a pretty happening town at night. It was dead quiet after this movie theater. I was like, this. I can say the only movies I've ever walked out of where there's just zero noise are war movies.
I definitely believe that, especially like the two that I left with. That had like one was an actual event that they showed, and then the other one just I think they were listing. That's what it was. I think at the end of Act of Valor, they were listening because some of the guys, some like SEALs died or whatever, not whatever, but died either during not filming, but just one of them died. I think later on in battle after Act of Valor, and they were showing the history. And you're right. You walk out, especially during the winter, because I don't know. Scientifically speaking, it is eerily quiet when it snows out. Something to do with like the air pockets in the snow. You ever notice like during the winter when it snows, it is like just quieter than quiet.
Yeah. I mean, I work outside, so when I'm working out in the snow,
but I'm just saying,
you could definitely notice it's more quiet.
Yeah,
I think it's also because you lose the effect of people being out on the road, so you're not hearing a lot of motor.
Not even that. Like you just like don't even hear. You don't really hear wind. You don't hear nothing. But it has something to do with the air pockets in the snow. I don't know. I read it somewhere. It was just scientifically speaking. What are you doing?
Something was touching my foot, and it's
in the garbage now.
That's not garbage. That's got to be sorted to get shredded.
So eventually, it's going to be garbage.
This is the shredder. This is
the shredder.
Wait, no, this is a system here. This is mixed shit. This is to be shredded. This is what I've sorted, and this has got to get shredded.
Yeah.
That's the shredder, which is currently full, so I have to empty it. So my wife just like, just throw it away. I'm like, it's our social security numbers are on that. Don't worry about it. I'm like, no one's going to, it's going to be internet now. They're going to
remember the guy who put his social on the side of the bus?
Yeah. Okay, so my five movies now. Again, no particular order, but I kind of probably am going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 just
Fair
in
enough.
my head because I have OCD.
Terrible OCD.
I would say number 5, The Great Escape. Steve McQueen, all-star cast of like 50s and James Garner.
Yep.
What's his name?
That was a war movie?
It was a POW camp for World War II.
Oh, that's right.
Who's the guy from Bronson? Charles Bronson was in it. Donald Pleasance was in it. So basically, Steve McQueen is the star, and they they all get captured by a German. They're in a German POW camp, and basically they all try to escape.
Yeah.
British soldiers, American soldiers, Canadian soldiers, and they come up with
Sounds
this
like F Troop, just
pretty much. And they pretty much make 3 giant tunnels. Tom, Dick, and Harry are the name of the tunnels.
Okay,
and it's basically their mission to escape. And Steve McQueen, tries to escape. He keeps getting caught and blah blah blah. It's kind of like Cool Hand Luke.
Queen. Actually, I meant Hogan's Hero, not
right. Yeah. And great movie. I think it's like 3 hours long, and it came out like maybe I think 15, 20 years after World War II. Yeah. So remember, there's the 50s or the 60s. I don't remember the exact date it came out, but I remember seeing it as a maybe not a teenager, maybe my early 20s. I was probably
in the 60s.
Yes. It's so funny because you're older than me.
It's funny because it's true.
Great movie. And again, there's the whole dun dun.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. And then there's obviously the scene over and over again when they put Steve McQueen in the cooler and he's hitting the ball against the wall in his glove. Did all his own stunts in that movie as well.
There you go.
You're bleeding over here. No, closer to your ear, bud.
Oh no. My finger is bleeding.
Ew. You need a tissue? Because they're in there. You are such a fucking child. You really are a man child.
That's why I shouldn't
why's your finger bleeding?
Because I bite my nails.
So do I. Okay, so that's...
See my toes.
Toes.
I can only wish put my foot near my mouth. I was only that flexible.
Okay, moving on.
Moving right along.
Next on my list, Platoon.
Okay.
Now, Platoon is a fantastic movie. I get why your father wouldn't want to watch it. But from what I've heard from Vietnam vets who have seen it, that they said it is probably the most accurate Vietnam movie
Okay,
out there. It's been a while since I saw it, but it's just and there's so many great scenes. I mean, when William Dafoe gets left behind, and he's got his arms up in the air with the flares, and he just gets killed by Charlie. And oh man, it's just such a
him in that damn chocolate factory.
And Charlie Sheen at his peak.
I forgot he was in that. Yeah.
He was the star of it. And Tom Berenger. I mean, and the other wasn't there. He wasn't the other guy, not Matt Dillon's brother. Schmuck Dillon. What the hell his name is? Toby? No, whatever his name is. So yeah, that Platoon. I mean, there's not really much I can go into with Platoon. It's just an all around great movie. And Tom Berenger's character with all the scars all over his face, just crazy.
And that was just him going into the movie.
Yeah. He had a bad divorce. Number 3 on my list, U-571.
Oh, I've wanted to see it, but I never have.
No, you don't have a DVD player.
I do. I have like 3 video games.
Okay, well, I'll lend you it if you want it.
Yeah.
U-571, a submarine movie. Matthew McConaughey. All right.
We're gonna ride this boat all the way down.
And obviously, they take a U.S. submarine and they disguise it as a German submarine to rendezvous with another German submarine who has the code. Like the code breaker.
Okay, I got you.
And it turns out there's a little fight. The U.S. sub sinks. They take over the German sub. Kill all the crew. And now they're in German waters, and they have to escape. And there's a very cat and mouse. Fantastic movie. I mean,
that reminds me of another great submarine movie.
Does it now?
Down Periscope. Fantastic movie.
Stephanie loves that movie.
I love that movie. Luai. Oh, baby.
Not a war movie.
We got to go now. War Games. Yeah.
War Games is a great movie.
War Games is a great movie, yeah.
Greetings, Professor Falcon.
What's next?
Next, we talked about it a little bit, Full Metal Jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. I think, first of all, Stanley Kubrick's a psycho, but that
absolutely.
movie...
Was it that movie or another one where he did like 287 takes for one scene?
I believe that was Eyes Wide Shut,
okay. All right.
which apparently a lot of people now are saying that was his fuck you to the world about Epstein and Company.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, apparently I've also heard rumors that he didn't just die, Kubrick, after that movie. Notice it was the last movie.
Gotcha.
But anyway, Full Metal Jacket, obviously we all know the movie. It's just from the opening scene and all the shit with Private Pile and Matthew Modine's character, Private Joker, and did you ever see the remix on YouTube when they do the whole scene when Arlie Ermy is messing with Joker, but it's Donald Duck and Goofy's voice?
I think I haven't. Sounds familiar.
Do you mind if
I don't care? I'm always game to
while I'm talking.
Add stuff like this to the show.
So I'd have to.
We need a producer.
Volume. Yeah, we do need a producer. Hey, Matt behind the window, can you look this up for us while we're talking? Okay. What was that Chinese guy we had for about a week?
Oh, I forgot his name. That was a weird one.
Chew?
No.
Oh. So, and then again, that's one of those movies that you think it's over.
Like the look on Vince D'Onofrio's face when he's eating the donut, and everyone is just just doing the push-ups. I own your name. What is it? I own your name. I own your ass.
Got your ass.
That's
son.
what it was.
But
you will not laugh. You will not cry. Yeah.
But the I learned a new term the first time I saw that movie. I had no idea that head meant bathroom because I didn't have anybody in my family who my uncle went to like boot camp, but when he's like, get out of my head, Private Paul, I'm like, wow, he's really like in that guy's fucking. I thought he meant like get out of my get out of my fucking mind. Yeah. So this is a 3-minute clip. It's called Full Metal Disney, and it's for you here for your viewing pleasure. I'm sure there's going to be an ad before because God hates me.
Is that you, John Wayne? Is this me? Oh, Sagat. Oh, you fuck, Sagat. Oh, just let me know what comes in the shit for the cold cocktail, goddamn. Oh, you said you don't death warrant. Nobody, huh? You're very fucking godmother said it. I'm fucking standing. I will beat you until you fucking die. I'll beat you until your asshole is fucking buttermilk. But you just scratchy motherfucker. You little piece of shit. You look like a fucking worm. I better wash you.
Sir, I said it, sir.
Wow. No shit. What if we get there? A fucking comedian, Private Duffy. I admire your honesty. How I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister. You little scumbag. I get your name. I get your ass. You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will go by the numbers. I will kiss you. Now get up. Get on your feet. You're best unfuck yourself or I will unscrew your head and shake down your neck.
Sir, yes, sir.
Private Duffy, why did you join my beloved crew?
Sir, to kill, sir.
So you're a killer.
Sir, yes, sir.
Let me see your war face.
Sir.
You got a war face? That's your war face. Now let me see your war face.
Ah!
Oh shit, you did because I swear. Let me see your war face.
Ah!
You don't scare me, walk on it.
Sir, yes, sir.
Woof, 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 woof.
What did he say?
Did your parents have any children that lived?
Sir, yes, sir.
I bet they were like that.
Oh.
You're so are we gonna be a bunny and masterpiece? What's your name, fat bunny?
Sir, Mickey Mouse, sir.
Mickey, what on the way there?
Sir, no, sir.
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
Sir, no, sir.
Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir.
Bullshit, I bet you look suck enough for daddy knows.
Sir, no, sir.
I don't want the young Mickey of his fantasy jealousy called Mickey. From now on, you know the pile.
Sir, yes, sir.
You don't think I'm too by the pile? You don't think I'm pretty?
Sir, no,
So
sir.
wipe that disgusting grin off your face.
Sir, yes, sir.
Boy, Donald's voice gets annoying.
No
after a
any
while.
fucking time, sweetheart.
Sir, I'm trying, sir.
By the pile, I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. Exactly 3 fucking seconds to wipe that stupid looking grin off your face. Or I will gouge out your eyeballs and still fuck you. 1, 2, 3.
Sir, I can't help it, sir.
Bullshit, get on your knees, scumbag. Don't shoot yourself. God damn it, with my hand, dumbass. Don't pull my hand over there. I said shoot yourself. Now lean forward and shoot yourself.
It's gotta be one of the most quoted movies, quoted scenes.
Are you so good?
Sir, yes, sir.
Bullshit, I can't hear you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Bullshit, I still can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pass.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's enough. Get on your feet. Private Paul, your best way to ask away such that you make definite conflicts, or I will definitely fuck you up.
Sir, yes, sir.
Fucking love
Boy, that was creepy.
That movie
Donald
is-
gets on your nerves.
Oh
after
yeah,
a while.
Donald's
I
fucking
really- I
annoying.
love
But
Donald.
that is I just fucking love that movie.
That reminds me of I remember one of the videotapes we used to rent when I was little, over and over again. Was Donald Duck in the Army now? It was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Walt
yeah,
Disney
yeah.
movie. It was like World War II and everything. And another one that me and my dad would watch over and over again with Donald Duck just being recruited into the Army. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So that was your number 4?
No, that was my number 2.
Well, 4th movie you've mentioned so far.
4th movie I mentioned.
okay.
Yeah. And also another scene in that movie is the part when they're in Vietnam and
We Love You Long Time?
well that's in there too. But when they're trying to get the sniper in the building and they finally get it and she's like, kill me. She's like 10 years old. She's like a
that's where
12-year-old.
that's from. That's right.
Yeah.
I told you I usually stop right there.
No, dude, you got to watch the whole movie.
It's not that. And again, it's not. I mean, it's really just also I just wasn't. I guess I watched the bootleg, the boot camp scene so many times. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
I'm actually waiting. I look forward to when my kids are older, like when, especially my son. Like I want to sit down and watch a war movie with him. You know,
Yeah, I know right now my dad was talking about wanting to watch Midway.
Oh,
Wanted
Midway
to
looks
see-
good.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
1917 looks really good. Going back to Inglourious Bastards, when I showed him that movie, at the end he's like, well, that's not accurate at all. I'm like, no, I should have warned. And I warned him too. I'm like, this movie's not historically accurate. He's like, all right, I'll watch it anyway. I'm like, all right, cool. And then at the end he's like, that didn't happen.
yeah, I'd have to still watch it. Now, I fell in love with. I became a World War II buff, so to speak, when I was in high school. Somebody crying upstairs? Hold on a second.
I don't think so.
That's my daughter crying. We might have to.
Are you sure? Because it sounds like your wife is just talking to somebody else.
No.
Oh, you'll know. All right, we'll
No,
pause.
someone's crying.
All
Let's
right.
Pause real quick.
We're going to pause for the cause.
Pause real quick. I might have a family emergency. Hold on.
Well, we're waiting.
You sure you don't want to yodel?
I don't like yodels.
You don't like yodels. Sorry about that. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I've been recording.
You dick. Anyway.
So everything's okay?
Yeah, apparently my son kicked my daughter off the couch and she landed on her butt.
Ooh.
So that was her crying because her butt hurts.
Oh, well, it's
But Joey goes, I didn't hit her. I didn't hit her. What's your name, fucking scumbag? Anyway, so I became
I can't even do a Donald Duck.
I became a World War II buff in high school when Mr. Bellino, my social studies teacher, started his class, and he goes, God rest his soul, Mr. Bellino.
Says, damn the Krauts.
No, he said, okay, World War II. Hitler was a douche.
Sounded like Bit Pacino there for a second. Okay, here we go.
She's got a great ass. You know, there's two Pacinos.
No, I know. There's before Son of a Woman,
There's
after the Son of a Woman.
Tom, it's a corrupt cop. People would like a story like that. We have friends in the newspapers from Godfather too. You want to bang her because she's got a great ass. Hoo-ah!
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 Yeah, it's very weird. Yeah, he took that turn.
Yeah.
Even like Dick Tracy when he was. You didn't like that movie? Oh my God, I love that movie.
You would. You have no taste.
My grandfather and his girlfriend took me to see that movie.
All right. That was a fun
Like
date. Anyway, so as I was saying, World War II. So then along comes a movie which I fell in love with, Saving Private Ryan.
Nice.
Blew me away. I just was, again, visually stunning.
It was amazing. Did it come out before? Oh, it came out before Band of Brothers. All right, never mind.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I literally just that movie just blew me away to the point where I actually had to start like trying to find D-Day survivors.
Okay.
And I've met a few. I actually delivered mail to someone who stormed Omaha Beach.
There you go.
He's 93 years old.
God bless him.
Still drives, which is a little scary.
Oh, God,
but drives pretty well. But he always drives up to me, I got mail for you, Frank. And I'm like, could you just leave it in the box? I will take it, Mr. Palermo. But I do have an honorable mention as well. Now, I don't know if this counted because it's not technically a movie. It was a miniseries, Band of Brothers.
See, I would not count that as a movie because it is a miniseries, but it's a fucking amazing miniseries.
Absolutely. With the exception of one thing.
David Schwimmer.
No, David Schwimmer, I actually accepted David Schwimmer as the asshole drill sergeant. Jimmy Fallon.
I keep forgetting Fallon was in it.
Jimmy Fallon shows up in literally a 30-second scene, and he's like, pulls up in a Jeep, got some ammo for you. Okay, bye. Like
laughing in the background.
What the fuck is Jimmy Fallon doing in here? I don't care what your mama says. Christmas time is here. I'm like, why is Jimmy Fallon in World War II? Get him out of here. Get him out of here right now. It took me so out of the movie. It took me out of the experience.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next topic, movie tropes.
Oh, we're just going right into it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we could finish it off.
I was gonna say
I had a nice segue. I was playing that segue. You know, you just fucked it up, but it's all right. I'll come back to it. Pretend like it didn't happen.
Hold for edit.
No, you don't have to edit. We'll just like Billy Burr edits. Okay. You know, he edits.
Whatever.
We'll cut that out.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. No, I was gonna say Band of Brothers. I was watching in college. Me and my buddy Tim Jackson, who did 2 tours in Iraq. So thank you for your service, sir.
Timmy.
We definitely, like, every Sunday, we were ready to go watching Band of Brothers. Remember one time we were in his room, in his dorm room, watching Band of Brothers, and his roommate wanted to tape something else that was happening at, like, 8 p.m. on a Sunday when Band of Brothers was airing on HBO, and all of a sudden the channel changed.
No.
And the VCR just... And he's like, Oh, no.
You mean like when a certain someone, when I wanted to watch the hockey draft, and it was, I came home from work, ordered some Chinese food. I'm like, going to sit to watch the hockey draft because this was before the days of DVR. And I watched.
With your supposed posted on the TV?
My post-it.
Supposedly?
Supposedly the wind blew off. And I ended up watching, what did I end up watching?
Finders Keepers, I believe.
Finders Keepers, right. 3 hours of Finders Keepers. So that was fun. I had that going for me.
Should have sat there and watched the whole thing just in anger.
I think I threw the tape against the wall, and then I had to go on to AOL and find out the draft. Again, this was before smartphones. So
3 weeks later. No, I know.
So I didn't have any of that.
So, but Band of Brothers definitely holds a. The Pacific was not happy with. Wasn't crazy.
I thought the Pacific was fantastic as well.
I wasn't crazy about it. Just, I guess, maybe a different type of war. Hey, movie tropes.
Yes, movie tropes. Yes. You know what a movie trope is?
Absolutely not. You've told me 3 times.
You really
And
don't know?
is it just a cliche?
It's kind of like a cliche.
Then can you call this movie cliches?
But the actual name is trope.
Modal? Okay.
A movie. Okay, so
I know-
I'll get the difference.
I know what you're talking about. Like, actually, Jeepers Creepers, I feel like was an entire movie based on movie tropes. You ever see Jeepers Creepers?
Yes. Why would you say that?
Because it's a horror movie. Guy and a girl, brother and sister, I think they were,
I believe so.
driving in the middle of nowhere. Car happens to break down, like in every other horror movie. And then, let me try and call for help. Ooh, we have no bars. We're just out of cellular range. Oh, well.
There's that commercial. There's a Geico
the
commercial.
Geico
now,
commercial,
Let's just
yeah.
go hide behind the chainsaws.
And the murderer is just like, oh, so
Stupid
stupid.
kids. Why don't we use the running car? That's
Yeah.
a stupid idea.
That's such a funny commercial.
I do like that commercial.
Yeah.
Well, according to Wikipedia, in cinema, a trope is what the Art Direction Handbook for Film defines as a universally identified image imbued with several layers of contextual meaning, creating a new visual. Sorry,
So,
what the fuck?
a
movie-
cliche.
A cliche. Basically, certain things like.
Like what I just mentioned.
Well, now this one you don't see as often with the whole advent of Uber and Lyft. You don't see people throwing money at the cab driver.
Yeah.
Peeling off 20s and
I gotcha,
and then,
yeah.
okay, and just take. You know,
I have to get my girlfriend getting on the plane.
yeah, just
you
here,
go.
take this and go. That's one thing that always bothered me.
Or even hailing a cab.
Well,
It's because I'm green, isn't it?
what was that from? The Hulk?
The Grinch,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
which you can't wait to be watching soon.
Well, yeah. Well, that's another thing. Kids, they don't have to wait a year to watch a thing that we did. Like we had to wait for the Charlie Brown Pumpkin Patch.
Oh, yeah, it was just on the
Great
air,
Pumpkin
too, the other
Charlie.
day.
We had to wait a year.
Yep.
My kid could pop that into a DVD player in July.
And there's something about that. Like I don't want to watch Rudolph during the summer.
Right.
You know what I mean? The year
But
without
you can.
Christmas.
But now they can. They don't, but they
I
can.
know.
Well, actually, you know what we do? We take all the Christmas movies, we have them in a box, and
Okay.
then my wife has this like giant sled, and then we put all the Christmas movies in the sled.
Oh, cute.
So like every other Christmas movies come up, you know. So
Oh, very nice.
yeah.
Adorable.
Yeah, it's annoying because about November when my wife gets in the mood, I go downstairs and get the box. I'm like, can't you just wait till December when all the decorations go up? Well, I like to, I want to get in the mood. I'm like, we have Netflix, we have Amazon Prime, we have
Which these movies are
5,000
probably on.
channels. There's the Hallmark channel, which I'm sure there's a movie on right now. So,
Did you see the?
Oh, Cindy Lou, what are you doing up there? I almost did old Billy.
I know.
Oh, Billy.
Well, there is a key party.
Oh, yeah.
The you see there. I think it's Hallmark or Lifetime is doing kind of like a not an actual Facts of Life reunion movie.
Yes, I think it's Netflix, isn't it?
No, I think it's like Hallmark or something.
It's
but it's
a
not.
Facts of Life holiday movie.
No. It's the actresses, but
Oh.
they're not playing. It's
no,
not Facts
don't
of
tell
Life.
me that. It's like what they did with what my wife told me they did with 90210. That they came back as themselves going to a reunion.
Oh, is that what they did on the?
I don't know. She watched
20.
20 minutes of it and said, "Fuck this."
No, it's a completely original movie, just with Blair, Tootie.
Playing themselves.
No, playing. It's a regular movie, but it happens to have the same actresses.
No, you're wrong.
And there is they say there is a
Wrong-o.
like a dedication or whatever to Charlotte Ray.
Girls. You never saw it. I had a...
Your lesbian couple, yeah.
girls, you're having a movie without me.
Did you call him on your anniversary?
I sent them a GIF on their
okay.
Facebook page. Happy anniversary, girls. Linger longer. Anyway, so another thing that bothers me about movies that I see, and I love watching good movies, is when something's happening, the character turns on the news, and it's what's on TV on the news is the story of what's pertaining to the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
That drives me insane because it's like I want to hear the Johnsontown Little League team of the weather or something. It doesn't annoy you.
Maybe
you don't notice these things.
Maybe I don't. Now, also to be fair, I tend to want to watch bad movies because of my love for Mystery Science Theater.
Correct.
So, I'll end up watching bad movies on their own. In fact, this weekend I'm going to see 2 MST3K live shows. They're doing No Retreat, No Surrender, and Circus of Horror. What I'm getting at, as you shake your head at me, is that I think because I've seen so much bad movies through MST, those probably go right over my head.
One thing that bothered me about the movies from the 50s is when they were driving in a car, and I know the technology wasn't there, but you'd see the mountain, just this road moving back and forth, and they're like, la, 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 la.
They got one of the best ones, actually, in this island, Earth. They're driving in, it's a fog, and you see the wipers going, but the passenger is moving the wipers.
Oh, that's... Well, what was it? Naked Gun. They made fun of that. Remember?
Well, yeah.
Behind them, there was Godzilla and stuff like that. So, but
with these tropes... I get what you're talking about, but I got to be 100% honest with you. I think I miss some of them.
Okay, well, I don't. So here's what I'll do. L-shaped bed sheets.
L-shaped bed? What the hell is an L-shaped bed?
The couple's in the bed after sex, and the sheet comes up to here, to above her bosom, and it's down at his waist.
Oh,
but they're right next to each other. You'll never unsee it now.
Because also in real life, if you banged her, what's the problem if you just see her topless anyway?
You're basically, I mean, you're going to be both topless and naked. You go, don't touch. I'm still sensitive, So that was another thing. People ordering food at a restaurant or a food truck or whatever, and they're not eating it. They're like, they take a bite and they throw it away, or they're like, we got to go. I'm like, you just ordered French fries. You got to eat them. It bothers me.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
It bothers me. I don't know why.
As a foodie, as a chubby person, or
both?
Okay.
Yes. And in this day and age, can we please get rid of the 555? Nothing throws me out of a movie like.
Okay, that's a big one. Nothing
takes me out of a movie like all right, write this down, buddy. 555-2626.
Or they try and trick you like a KL5-3992.
Well, that used to be a thing.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm talking current movies.
I know what you're talking about. I know.
Long Beach 4. That was in Godfather.
Hydrate level 4.
But if 555, it's like, come on, just how about this?
I think Family Guy did something funny with
pay for Here's my I'm stealing this from somebody, but I've heard this and it makes all the sense in the world. Do you know how now you have the show Lost? Remember the TV show Lost or other shows? They have the fake commercials for
I didn't know they had fake commercials.
During Lost, there was a company called the Dharma Initiative, I think it was called.
Okay.
During the regular commercials, they would have a commercial for Dharma.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. So also, it's going to make you want to watch the commercials.
Yeah.
It's smart. A few other shows have done stuff like this. So here's my thing, and you'll certain certain movies, they'll have a website. You can go they'll name a website, and then if someone goes to the website, it'll be
it's funny on TV,
interactive almost.
And on I know, okay, yeah.
For instance, you go to they'll mention a website in a movie or a TV show, and then you go to that website, and it's like a fake website. They make a fake.
I think
why not do that with a phone number? Literally, here's a number you call, and then if you call that number, you'll get I don't know, quotes from the movie or something.
Wasn't there a recurring license plate number in movies and TV shows?
Well, certain I believe it was Spielberg used a license plate over a bunch of times.
A little different,
after name, he had a movie like THX 113 is 114.
Well, they do stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was on the side of a spaceship once. And those are kind of Easter eggs.
Yeah, that's it. But I thought there was an actual, kind of in every print ad for a watch. It's always 10 after 10.
Yes, it's because it's supposed to make a smiley face, right?
I didn't know. I just thought.
Yeah, and you know how I know that? Because I did a commercial. No, I did a commercial for Tono Time Watch. Tono Time Watch in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I actually we were doing a commercial for them, and they handed me like a $90,000 watch, and they said, "Hold this," and I'm like. I literally sat Indian style on the floor, and I covered it. And they're like, "What are you doing? $90,000 watch. Just walk away. Just walk away." And I sat there for about 20 minutes before they went, "Who's got the watch?" I'm like, "Who's got the watch? You should know where that watch is. The fat guy in a cocoon on the floor has it." And I handed it to them. They're like, "You really took that seriously?" I'm like, $90,000 watch. I'm not going to be responsible. You told me to hold it. I'm holding it. I'm not just putting it in my pocket.
In my ass.
Yeah.
This
watch. So yeah, that takes me out of it. You know, there's certain I don't know, like it started.
I get it. I think back then I don't think people put two and two together on it, but
and the reason why I thought of this was a few weeks ago. I mean the miniseries that was on HBO, Chernobyl. It was recently on, I think, a couple of months ago. My wife and I wanted to watch it. Of course, the same old thing goes where I DVR it. It sits on my DVR for 5 months because she never was like, "I don't want to watch it tonight." So finally we sit down, we start watching it. 15 minutes in, she goes, I can't watch this. It's too scary. I'm like, I've been waiting since May to watch this. Everybody's watched it. No, I know. Okay, so finally I watch it. Now here's what bothered me. All the actors had English accents.
That bothers me. Yeah, okay.
And that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, fine. I get it. It can't be in Russian. I get it. No one's going to watch it. At least have Russian accents.
You know who played that one off really well? You ever see Valkyrie with Tom Cruise?
Horrible.
No, I know the movie's terrible, but I think
he didn't have a German accent.
No, but the Germans, they would like in the beginning of the movie, they were talking German, then it fades out,
right,
and then it fades into English, and at the end of the movie, it fades out of English.
Oh,
fades
okay.
into
I
German.
didn't. I must have missed that.
Yeah, I remember they did that.
That's interesting. Okay, I get it.
But it was weird. Like, yeah, it was funny. Like the Germans, I think all had like English accents.
There was another movie
British accents,
with
say.
Ed Harris where he was a sniper.
Oh yeah,
Enemy
at the line,
Enemy at the gate, Enemy at the gate, and he was like, "What's up?" You know, he's supposed to be like a Russian like sniper, and I'm like,
that's the one. You know, like eat the snow to hide your breath.
Yeah,
oh, that was a good movie. That should be on the list.
Abyss is not a war movie.
No, not Abyss. I said, "Eat the snow to hide your breath."
I know. That was the line I was doing was Abyss.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Was from Abyss.
Okay, I apologize.
Enemy at the gate. It was all right.
I liked it.
It was all right.
Right, that was with what's her face. She showed her butt in it. What the fuck is her name?
If only I had a. What was the name of the movie again?
Enemy at the Gate, or was it Behind Enemy Lines?
No, that was Behind Enemy Lines. Was with that was actually a pretty decent movie.
Behind Enemy Lines was really good too. You know what else was really good? See, this is what happened. Now it all starts flooding in. Zero Dark 30.
Didn't see it.
That's the Benghazi movie.
Did not see it.
I mean, take the politics out of it, because I don't want to be hung tonight. But damn good movie.
This is a safe space, Larry.
No, Zero Dark 30 is not Bengali. Zero Dark 30 is when they killed.
Law was in that.
God, I'm getting everything all confused. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I don't know.
Zero Dark 30 is when they killed Bin Laden.
Yes.
What the hell is the Bengali movie?
Benghazi. Something hours, 64 hours or something like that.
Oh, that's a movie.
Rachel
13
Weisz?
hours. Yes,
Rachel Weisz
she's hot.
Showed up buttocks.
I think it's 13 hours. A movie, what's a war movie you want to see that you never have?
A war movie that I want to see that I have not. The Hurt Locker. I still haven't seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Because I have a wife. So don't get married if you want to see good movies.
I'll call it a wartime movie.
Old timey, eh?
No, wartime.
Okay.
Again, it's another one kind of like Act of Valor where they actually had, I think they actually had the two actual Marines who was on the train, the 1810 to Paris or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
The one where
they actually did the acting.
Yeah. When that fucking terrorist could have picked a wronger time.
He's stupid.
To blow up a train when there's like 3 Marines on it.
Yeah, stupid. G.I. Jane, another award-winning movie.
No.
Yeah, so that was.
All right. No, that was fun.
So,
I like that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was cool.
We do. You want to do that, or you want to do my? Should I
let's do a little levity before you get it. Well, actually, let's do your thing because you're going to get lit up. I know you are.
Oh, I'll make it quick because I already told the story on the Newman Show.
That's right, you did.
I want to say a big.
Yeah, no. The following is Frank Messina and his views on the world today. In other words, Frank is ready.
This is the fuck you of the week.
I know. I was trying to get to it. So.
Oh, sorry. Go fuck your mother.
Your mother.
Right. Yeah. So go fuck your mother, New York City, and go fuck your mother, De Blasio. And I'll tell you why. Because you almost
So much
ruined
better
a
than
very
Shootout.
perfect day in the city with my family last
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
So
This is
real
nuts.
quick, like I said, I spoke about this on the
Real
Newman
quick.
show. I know nothing I say is real quick. In a nutshell, so we come out of Penn Station. We're taking my daughter into Manhattan for her 10th birthday.
How was Beetlejuice?
Very raunchy.
Oh, really?
Very raunchy.
Uh-oh. Okay.
For a 10 and 7-year-old. But thankfully, most of it went right over my son's head. But there was a few F-bombs.
Wow.
There was actually a go fuck yourself. And
Wait, that wasn't even in the regular movie.
well, so what happens is a real sidetrack. Thank you.
No, because I was curious
In
about this.
the play starts with what's the
Lydia?
Lydia's mother dying.
Oh,
Okay. And so they move into the house with it's the father. Well, obviously they get killed. You know,
Yeah.
Barbara and Adam get killed. Beetlejuice actually narrates it. He talks to the crowd and he's like, "Enjoy your $50 wine, assholes." He's like this, he's like he goes, "I'm dead and I'm really alone." He's like, "I have no life," and he goes, "I'm stuck in this house." He goes, "This guy gets it." He's pointing to the guy in the crowd. But he was actually really good. So Lydia's mother dies. They move into the house in Connecticut with his life coach, who's what's the woman's name? Delia.
Okay, yes,
Delia,
yes.
who's Catherine O'Hara plays
Yes.
in the movie, but they're married in the movie. This is his life coach, who he's having an affair with.
Okay.
And it's pretty much the same thing. He tries to get him out of the house. Barbara and Adam can't do it. There's a little thing. But there's a scene where they're up in the attic, and Beetlejuice is like, "Come on, you got to get me to marry, you got to get me to marry Lydia. That's the only way I can come out of here." And he's like, and they're like, "No, we're not helping." So he goes, "All right, fine. I guess I'll just leave." And he opens up the door and he comes back. He goes, "Hey, Barbara, Adam, go fuck yourself." And he gives him the finger. And my daughter's like, and I was like, oh my Jesus Christ. But there's a song in there called "Creepy Old Guy," and it's a whole song about how Beetlejuice wants to marry Lydia, who's an underage kid.
Oh,
And,
that's true,
and there's a line in the song that goes, "And it's amazing that some countries think this is okay." It's like, it was actually pretty, it was,
Awesome.
it was,
All right.
you really think about it like, yeah, that is fucking creepy.
Cool.
So,
All
but
right, so-
overall, good, very good day. We get off the train, Penn Station. We get out of Penn Station, and it's kind of drizzling, very light drizzle. My wife's got to go to the bathroom, so we're already out of Penn. And there's literally like a pizzeria and a McDonald's right next to each other. So she's like, "I'll just go to the pizzeria." All right. So we waited outside. Right next door at the McDonald's because they had the giant awning in front. They had an awning in front. So
Okay, I know which one you're talking about.
so we didn't want to
Okay,
get wet, right? So now I got my arms kind of like draped over my kid's shoulders. They're on each side of me, and we're just sitting there, we're just BSing and whatever. I'm like, we're gonna go. If it doesn't rain too hard, we'll walk up a little bit. If it gets too bad, we'll take a cab. So we also wanted to grab a quick bite to eat as well. So with this, guy comes out of McDonald's, black guy, about in his 50s maybe, no teeth. Very
How you eat McDonald's, yeah.
very dirty clothes, scraggly hair, and
Sounds
he's
about right.
he's an EDP, an emotionally disturbed person,
Mm-hmm.
and he walks out into the middle of the sidewalk. I got my eye on him, and we're just me and the kids are just BS. And he turns to me, and goes, "Hey man, why you got my children?" So I kind of just ignore him, I'm like,
Usually
all right.
best way to do
Now,
it. Yeah.
normally I'm a hothead. I was much of a hothead when I was younger.
Yeah.
But so I think I played this off pretty cool. I got pretty much people have agreed with me. One person said that I look for confrontation. I don't think I looked for confrontation here. So
Oh, here, no.
yeah, so, all right.
Other places, yeah.
Yes, I admit it. I have. I'm a shit stirrer, But so I got the kids with me, So I kind of ignore him, and then he comes back. "Oh, hey man, well, you got my children. You got a pretty little girl." And he looks.
There you go.
So now I literally I could feel my son trying to get into my pockets, trying to hide. He's on my son's side, okay? And now when he said little girl, I felt my daughter start shaking.
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of just tap her on the arm, don't worry about it, it's all right. So he now steps, he takes a step towards me, and I'm like, I look up at him, I'm like, back off. I just go, dude, back off. And I kind of put my hand, I put Like I have my hand on my
Like a
son's
stop,
shoulder, but
yeah.
I kind of put my hand out like stop,
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
back
yeah.
off. And he's like, do you want to know why you got my children? I go, they're not your children. Back off. I'm not going to say it again.
Mm-hmm.
So with this, he kind of walks away, walks to the corner. I got my eye on him. I'm thinking, all right, I thought he was gone after that.
Yeah.
So, normally I would have just walked inside the building,
Yeah.
but I thought he was just leaving, So then my daughter said something. I look down and I come back and he's walking back towards me. Now he's got his hands up like by his face, but like in an old timey boxer position. I'm like, you dirty mugs,
Oh, let's
But like,
scrap.
and he's kind of like in a defensive mode. And he's like, oh, why you got my children? I say to him, dude, I'm not going to say it again. Back off, walk away, or you're going to get carried away.
And in typical New York City fashion, everyone else just
Everyone's just but
minding
in their
the
defense,
business.
but it's raining. No one's really paying
Yeah.
attention, and he's not like being loud. So I'm just like, back away, dude. No, you don't want this, And like I with this, I take my son and I kind of push him behind me to where my daughter's.
Yeah.
So I have my whole left side
Gotcha,
is free.
yeah.
Like I want him at me and my
Of
kids
course,
behind me.
obviously, yeah.
So my daughter's literally like clutching my side, like she's grabbing skin, and I'm just like I got my arms around them, and I got my left hand's by my side, but it's like I'm in a fist, and it's
Locked,
cocked,
cocked, and ready to
and
unload.
I'm like, if this guy, which I wish it was the other side because my right hand's actually my more dominant hand, but
so in other words, if something would have happened, you would have been, instead of going like a boom, it would have been like a I knew that.
no, well, I'm lefty, but I throw righty, so I'm kind of, but it's my
Just take your son and just whoop.
yeah, right. Swing away, Joey. So I in my head now. This all happened within a matter of like 60 seconds. In my head, I'm fully mentally preparing myself to spending a night in lockup.
Okay.
In Central Booking in Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. This literally went like through my. Okay, it's Sunday. It's not Friday, so I won't stay there the whole weekend. I'll be out tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so I will be able to get to work on Tuesday. This is what went through my head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so he literally comes at me with his fists up. Like, he doesn't come towards me, but he's like, I'm going to say it again. Back away or you're going to hit the ground. That's it. He turns around. I take the kids and I shuffle them inside the lobby of. He like turned around for like literally a half a second.
Yeah.
We were gone. He turned back to see where we were. And he was like we vanished. Like this is how fucking whacked out of his face was.
Of course.
So and he's
It's like the
"Look."
videos, like when you hide behind a towel in front of a dog,
exactly.
and you disappear.
Yeah,
the
he's
dog's
like, what the fuck? So with this, I'm in the lobby now, which the lobby of this McDonald's apparently has a security guard who did nothing, obviously. And I'm like,
Not his jurisdiction.
My son is like, is that man going to hurt us? I'm like, nah, Joe, I'm not going to let that happen. If he comes near me, I'm going to lay him out. With this, my wife comes walking by. And she's like, where the hell are they? And I'm like, clink, 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 clink. She's like, what are you doing at McDonald's? I'm like, get in the fucking McDonald's. I'm like, meanwhile, fucking psycho walks away, and I tell her what happened. She's like, oh, and the kids are, I'm like, yeah, the kids are all right, whatever. A little shaken up, We walk like the opposite way, and we eat lunch. We end up taking a cab up. Because,
Turns out he played Beetlejuice.
right, yeah, so that's fine. We have the great play. We have dinner, very nice dinner.
Would eat.
We went to Tony DiNapoli's.
All right. Well,
Now, this we ordered. It's a family style Italian restaurant, and we ordered this really nice dinner. We had really nice time. The waiter was very funny, and we ordered a big plate of chicken franchise. That's my daughter's
nice.
favorite,
chicken fried chicken.
and it tasted exactly like my dad's.
All right.
Like,
Yeah.
It tasted exactly like my father's. I actually started getting like I said, Steph, I'm getting emotional. She's like, I'm like, you don't know, but this is my father's. But proud dad moment. I taught my daughter to take the bread and just leave it inside the franchise sauce, so it's soaked up all the thing. And then at the end, and she was like, "That's a good idea." I'm like, yeah.
That's a good bread.
So we had a good time. We get back on the train at 43rd Street to get to 34th Street to get the train back to Long Island.
Wow. Okay.
It was 42nd Street, So we went from
No, I know
42nd
exactly what
one
you're talking
stop.
about. Yeah.
So we get on the train. Now, this is mind you, this is kind of connected to what happened with the other dude.
Yeah.
We get on the train, and my wife, God love her, innocent little Levittown-born little soul, was not raised in Brooklyn and did not live on the streets like I did.
Yeah.
So
Well, I wouldn't say you lived on the
not
streets.
street smart. Street smart.
Okay.
I am street smart.
Yes,
She's
yes.
book smart. I'm book smart. She's book
I'm
smart.
smart.
Okay, not street smart. Okay. And we get on, and there's another black dude, very tall, but again, middle-aged,
Okay.
singing, believe it or not, Santa Lucia. but not in an entertaining way. And I'm going to annoy you till you fucking leave this train.
Yeah.
So I walk in with the kids first. She walks in first. I walk in. I see him singing, and she goes and just sits down. I'm like, next car. Next car. She's like, what? I go, next car. She's like, what? I go, next car. Now we're starting. I'm like, do you not know what next car means? I'm like, I should have just walked out, but I didn't want to leave.
Can't you cut through anymore?
We were only going one stop, so at
yeah.
this point, I'm like, all right. So again, now I feel the kids shaking, and I'm like, just sit right there. And me and Stephanie kind of just like blocked him in. And this guy went to the other side of the car, but he was saying, blah, blah, okay, blah, blah. I'm like, you fucking cocksuckers, de Blasio, you suck. So with that, we leave. We get back. My son goes, Dad, I don't ever want to go to Manhattan again. I go, mission accomplished. I go, so de Blasio, go fuck your mother. Where's the $1 billion that your wife stole? And I hope you never run for anything again, you piece of shit. And I cannot wait to get out of New York State because this state is turning to a shithole. Shithole. You could go to when Giuliani was fucking mayor. You could go to fucking Times Square, lick the sidewalk, and you'd get $1. It was it was fucking clean as hell. It was Disney-fied. Now there's homeless fucking people back everywhere. Yeah. It's like 1977.
I'm waiting for the peoples to come back.
I'm waiting for the Warriors, cling cling, to come out to play. I think I actually saw the Baseball Furies by Central Park. I'm not lying. It's a fucking fiasco. Anyway,
all right. Well, there you go. That was Frank Messina's.
Go fuck your mother.
All right, very good.
We need a jingle for that.
We do. Well, we need a jingle for a lot of stuff.
Fuck your mother in the ass.
Whoa, all right.
You want to yodel?
Yodel.
Modal.
I'm not a fan of yodel.
Modal.
Though I did buy the Captain Cupcake pop vinyl today.
Of course.
He's adorable.
Of course you did.
He's adorable.
See Zombieland yet?
I did see Zombieland like 10 years ago when it came out.
The new one?
Oh, Double Tap?
You fucking dick. You know what I was talking about. I will shove this yodel right up your nose.
No, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Double Tap, so I'm a little worried because they're in the White House. So
yeah, so what?
I don't know. I just don't need to. I'm not interested in seeing stuff like that. So I got 5 questions here, Frank. We're gonna play a little game.
Okay, can I just tell you, one time I did play Trivia Pursuit against a group of friends. Just me, first them. And I made it to the circle.
Oh, you told me. Yeah, you told me.
And
about
they destroyed me.
Yep.
So
no, I picked this up for like $4, so this would be kind of fun.
Winnipeg. Do I have to answer it like Jeopardy? What is Winnipeg?
No, because I'm going to give you 4 different answers.
Oh, right.
So this is just for fun, shits and giggles, whatever.
New segment.
Yeah. This is what happens when we run out of ideas.
I have plenty of ideas. You just didn't ask me.
Mariah Carey covered which Jackson 5 classic? Was it I'll Be There, ABC, I Want You Back, The Love You Save?
I'll Be There.
I'll Be There is correct. Very good. All right.
Ding, 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 ding. We need a side effect.
If I had that thing plugged in, it would work.
Why didn't you bring it?
All right, question number 2.
Why didn't
Frank.
you bring it?
Here we go. For the big,
this is
money.
This is you practicing to be a fucking game show host. That's what this is.
Eminem won an Oscar and 2 Grammys for
8 Mile.
which song from 8 Mile? Was it Love Me, 8 Mile, Lose Yourself, Adrenaline Rush?
Lose Yourself.
Lose Yourself is correct. All
2 for
right.
2.
Very good. Very good.
Do we
All
go
right,
until I get one wrong, or?
Well, no, I only pulled out 5 questions because these are the 5 that I read already. Question number 3.
Say it in your most game showy voice.
Kind of what?
Fat Martindale. Go on. There you go. Circle gets the square.
Do that thing where I hold it with the microphone. You ever see that when they do that?
Yes.
That's a fun one.
I'm going to get you one of those long, thin microphones.
I want one of those so bad.
Yeah, but no, instead you buy a cupcake fucking pop vinyl. You fucking...
Also bought a Fred and Barney pop vinyl from with them wearing the hat. What were they wear? They were
the Lodge.
Yeah.
It was a Water Buffalo.
Yes, very good.
That's question 3.
Royal Order. What now? All right, question number 3.
Right off the honeymoon as that was.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which of these songs was Katy Perry's first global hit?
God.
Roar. I Kissed a Girl.
I Kissed a Girl.
Firework. I'm sorry, we have to read the entire question in its entirety.
Such a
Roar. I Kissed a Girl. Firework. E.T.
Can I get a lifeline or? I Kissed a Girl and I liked it.
I Kissed a Girl is correct. All right, 3 for 3. Frank, you have 2 more to answer, and then you can win the big prize.
You going to blow me?
All right.
Beth, cut that out.
Oh, my God. Terrible.
You know she listens.
I know she does. That's.
She thinks I'm the funny one.
All right, here we go. This you're not going to get. Which singer had a 2005 hit with the song 9 Million Bicycles? Was it Nora Jones, Katie Melula, K.T. Tunstall, or Diana Krall? Remember, Frank, you have to get all 5 correct in order to win the grand prize.
What was the name of that song?
9 million bicycles. Please do not use the computer.
I'm not using the computer.
9 million bicycles.
Was that the name of the song or
the name
album?
of the song? That is the name of the song. Do you want to skip this and grab another question? You are allowed 1 pass and 1 question.
I'm going to pass, but can I guess?
We will judges. I'm being told you are allowed to guess.
What was the first one?
Nora Jones.
Nora Jones.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Katie Melula.
I never heard of her.
All right, we're going to replace that question with another one. That will be the 5th question, though. All right, here we go. Question number 4. See, Frank's having fun. He's smiling for once when I'm talking. Elton John performed which Oscar-winning song from The Lion King?
Oh.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Hakuna Matata. I Just Can't Wait to Be King. Circle of Life.
What was the first one?
Elton John performed which Oscar-winning song from The Lion King? Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Hakuna Matata. I Just Can't Wait to Be King. Circle of Life. 3 seconds.
The first one.
That's not one of the questions. Can You Feel the Love Tonight is correct. We will allow you to say first one.
I thought he did Circle of Life, too.
Elton John performed which Oscar? No, Circle of Life.
Circle.
Oscar-winning song.
He won the Oscar for that song. So he did more than one song in the movie.
All right, here we go.
Hakuna Matata.
This is it for all the marbles.
Ooh, I get marbles?
If you get this wrong, you will walk away with nothing. Not even our home game. Remember these give out home games?
Yeah.
Those are the best. Here we go. Brian Luttrell was the lead singer of which U.S. boy band? Color Me Bad, Boys to Men,
I swear.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. Brian Luttrell.
Color Me Bad.
Sorry, that is incorrect. The answer is Backstreet Boys.
Really?
Yes. And sorry, folks, you can catch us next week right here on the $1 Million Question. That could have been my life.
Yeah, but instead you're in my basement. And this is my life.
Meanwhile, when I was recording the Ring Crew with my friends over at Circling the Drain, they were talking about they needed someone to do like a voiceover. I guess they're starting to get some advertisements because they actually work for a real radio station. And they were like, do you know anyone who does voiceovers? So in my head, I'm like, oh, I can do this. Maybe they'll ask me. So
I can do voiceovers.
A, they never asked me. But B, when we were testing them, I
sound like everybody.
What? That's a terrible. No, you don't.
Look, it's me. I'm doing Christopher Walken. Hey, this watch is in my ass. Hey, I like Skittles.
Please don't finish the rest of that quote.
Can't have one.
Wait, are you here? I don't get it now. I'm confused.
I'm confused too.
What is happening?
I could do Pacino. She's got a great ass.
I think that's what you said to all your interns.
Yeah. I said, hey.
Poor Dolores.
Dolores.
You're showing up late.
You know, why not?
I don't know. Are you going to come with us to the Newman Show?
Possible.
That'd be kind of cool.
I heard Dennis wants somebody to do an ad.
Maybe.
But I might have done one already. Because it was 2 days ago.
Yes, that's true. From when this... Do you want to ask? Do you want to answer a question?
A trivia question?
Why not?
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Scary Harry Carey time.
I'm going to pull from the middle of the deck.
Do you want to hear another impression?
Sure, why not?
Here's De Niro. Hey, you talking to me? Hey, I'm the only one here, fuckhead.
I don't think that's the line.
That's pretty much.
What?
Here's Pacino from Dog Day Afternoon. You ready?
Okay.
Hey, Attica. Hey, where's the money? Can we get some pizza in here?
What? Wait a minute. No, I think you're a little off.
No. True story.
All right.
I could do any movie.
I'm really sorry I pulled this question.
How's it? His Field of Dreams. You ready? Hey, Dad, you want to have a catch? Hey, Is that Ray Liotta?
What?
Don't sell this farm, Ray. Don't sell this farm.
I don't think he was Ray Liotta in the movie.
He was, what was it?
I don't ask me.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
I never saw it.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Did you ever call a Shoeless
Not
Joe
related
game?
to Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay, good. What? That's a good one. That's a good one. What? Unless you're actually now Michael.
Okay, give me a question.
All right, here we go.
I got to go back to heaven. It's chicken night.
The album Graduation was released by which artist? Will Smith, Dr. Dre, Nelly, or Kanye West? I really wish this question wasn't for you.
What was the name of that again?
The album Graduation
Okay.
was released by which artist?
Well, none of them graduated high school.
Oh, come
so-
on. All
What?
right, come on. Stop it.
It's the school to prison pipeline. There's Tupac.
Stop it. Tupac is not one of the answers.
I love
No, it wasn't. Okay.
Graduation.
Will Smith, Dr. Dre, Nelly, or Kanye
Hey,
West?
you know what? I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
What?
But you ain't messing with no
You're right.
broke
You're right.
digger.
No, correct.
I said digger.
Kanye is correct. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank
my
you. Cubs
God.
win. Cubs win.
Thank God. Thank God.
What happened?
I was very scared.
What happened?
I was really worried. Harry Carey.
Oh.
And we had
Okay.
a very weird question.
Oh, would you?
So,
you asked him a question?
Yeah, where the answers were Will Smith, Dr. Dre, Nelly, or Kanye West. So.
He probably said something bad because I've been listening to the old episodes. And
What do you mean I said something bad?
no, he must have said
Oh,
something.
him,
bad,
yes,
yeah.
totally.
Was he inappropriate?
What were we talking about when we were at the restaurant before the first episode of the Newman Show? And we said something, and the waitress was just standing there.
Oh, I
And
think
we
I made a
lost our
Mexican
minds.
joke or something, didn't I?
We just lost our mind.
She didn't. She was fucking. She was late as fuck. She just did not show up at all. She didn't refill my iced tea.
Actually,
Oh, was it the Splenda when I asked for Splenda?
I think so.
No, I ain't no Splendor, sir.
Jesus.
So you ready for old news?
Let's do it. Old news.
get off my lawn.
Nice.
It's amazing how that you got that clip.
I hit the button, and it plays the exact same way each and every time. Watch, I can hit it right now.
Get off my lawn.
Nice. I love it. Watch, I'm going to remix it.
Hey, get off my lawn.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Let me turn down the treble.
Turn up the bass and turn down the treble, motherfucker. Sorry, he came back again. Okay, so you ready?
Yes. You didn't even try that time. Yes, go ahead.
No, it's late and tired.
I'm very
Okay.
tired.
Man, you can't make this shit up. Naked Vaseline-covered man
my
streaks through
God.
mall and takes dump in cash register.
Did he just find a random one that was open?
Hey, look at me. I'm the greased up
I was
deaf guy.
just thinking of that.
This guy watched way too much Family Guy. So where are we going? Where's he from?
God. I'm going to say Florida.
Wait a second. I think this might be...
Ooh.
Wait.
Do I have a winner?
No, I think this might be a satire.
Oh.
I have to get to the bottom of the website.
That already happened to us last time. Is it called theonion.com?
No, it's called the Stonk Market.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to put a lot of faith into that one.
They have to say it's a what do you call it, right?
I don't think
Consider
so.
following us for more
CNN
daily
does it.
laughter. Ooh, burn. Hold on. This is source the smoking gun. No, this has got to be fake. I'm not going to waste my time because I have another one. Let's read it anyway. Why not?
Why not?
It's from Florida.
Yes.
You won.
I'm counting it.
Yes. A naked Florida man covered in Vaseline was caught running through a mall in the southern Florida area.
How is he running if he's covered in Vaseline? Wouldn't he be sliding or
Slip
gliding?
sliding away.
Just hanging in the breeze like
The
that?
Florida man was screaming profanities and how Elizabeth Warren was going to tax him to death. There's a picture of him, too. This Tuesday afternoon, a Florida man covered himself in Vaseline and ran naked through a southern Florida mall. It took police 45 minutes to catch the man. He was slippery, said officer.
Officer what?
Nothing. The mall is closed for the rest of the day, but the memories will last forever. This is fake.
You don't think these are accurate quotes?
The man was nearly impossible to catch since he was covered in Vaseline. He was able to slip out of the hands of the officers with ease and slide under their legs on his belly like a greased up pig. He's on the escalator, and there he goes. I had him in my hands, and he just slipped right out of him, a police officer stated. When I caught him for that split second, he headbutted me, grunted like a pot-bellied pig about to eat a bag of popcorn, and slipped right under my legs. I'm not reading any more of this. It's fake. I do have an actual real story, or maybe it's not. I
No
don't know.
fake news on this network.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
What do we got?
Okay, this is from Man.
Filler. Oh,
It's from the long. Oh, it's from the Patch. That's a local thing.
that sounds legit.
New Jersey man. Oh, damn it!
Oh, New Jersey.
Yeah, right. You got it. New Jersey man sought sex with cows, punished farmers who said no.
We got cows on my dick.
Can I have sex with your cow? No. I'm going to punish you now.
Have sex with a big fat cow.
When the farmers denied his request, Richard Decker booby-trapped their driveways, authorities said.
With what?
Well, I'll tell you right now.
Decker? I didn't even know her.
Dateline, Sussex County, New Jersey. A Sussex County man is accused of asking farmers if he could have sex with their animals. Well, at least he asked.
This is true. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm interested in some cattle. Okay, what are you looking for? Well, I want to stick my penis in it. Okay, you're looking for a bull, a calf, a cattle.
Mm-hmm. And then booby-trapped their driveways when they told him no. Richard Decker, 31 of Vernon, was arrested earlier this month after sending emails and letters to barns and stables around Sussex County asking permission to have sex with the animals.
Wanted one heifer.
M4C. List me. The New Jersey Herald. Once the farmer said no, Decker is accused of leaving metal spikes in their driveways to puncture the farmer's tires.
There you go. That's genius.
Decker faces a number of charges, including procuring an animal in any kind of sexual manner or initiate any sexual conduct with an animal, cyber harassment, and unlawful possession of explosives, according to the county jail website. The incidents date to August 2018. The publication reported Decker is said to have shown a special affinity for the cows and horses. Once rejected, Decker would leave negative online reviews and booby traps.
I am not happy with the service I got here. This cow only licked
You know,
and did not graze.
if I could give no stars, I would. Vernon police warned residents about the tire slashing spikes in February 2019, saying they had been left at the entrances to farm roads and driveways.
Boy, this guy that's what I should do to try to find a girlfriend.
That's called serial killing. During a Wednesday hearing, officials said a search of Decker's home turned up a number of metal spikes, in addition to explosives, explosive powders, and an unregistered gun.
Oh, that's not good.
And a subscription to Utters Quarterly. Damn, I screwed it up. He was ordered detained in the Morris County Jail, records show. Any comments? Let's see. No. Oh, well. I don't know if I believe that either, but it's from a legitimate website. Long Valley Patch. Long Valley, New Jersey Patch. Find out what's happening in Long Valley with free real-time patch updates from Patch. All right. Patch
Longfellow. You know who else has been tweeting?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. We got OJ tweets.
Oh, it's the OJ.
So we got one from a couple of days. Now, these are videos. I don't know. I think the videos, I don't know if people enjoy watching the videos as much as
I killed her.
as much as these comments. Let's just go through some of the headlines. I'll call them headlines, I guess, that OJ writes down, to lead into the video, which, of course, always starts with, "Hey, Twitter world.
Hey, Twitter world.
Yours truly.
It's me, the murderer. I mean, OJ.
So we got one here. Run your studs. Obviously, he's talking about football.
Oh, yeah, he's a big fantasy football guy.
It's just, hey, Twitter world, it's you. And now they're really hitting him with the, hey, Twitter world, it's yours truly. We got one here. Nicole couldn't run.
Oh, Jesus.
Responded to that. Hard to run without a head. Let's see. What else we got? You could say he killed it with that take.
Mm.
Too bad Nicole couldn't run fast enough.
Oh, poor Nicole.
Let's see. What else we got? Guy walking around with a not guilty jersey on.
The juice is loose.
Let's see. Actually, you know what? People are now starting to go really rogue with these. They're not even talking about OJ anymore. That's a little weird. I wonder if Ron Goldman could have been a cornerback. Although, he couldn't have been a quarterback, well, because he killed him. Do you think he actually reads these?
I don't think so. Because he'd probably kill somebody by now.
Oh my God. We all love you, Juice, unless we don't.
All right, I think this one's done.
Yeah. Talking about the episode, right?
Well, this bit.
Oh, now you think he's done?
Yeah, it's only, I mean, it's the same answers over and over again. Oh, look, he killed Nicole's got no head. Ron's got no head. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I kind of like the trivia thing.
I did too. You want to go one more round?
We'll do one more question.
Okay.
Then we'll call it a night.
Good. Ooh, how about this? Let's ask the question, and people can respond in the comment section when this episode drops. And it's the honor system, you sons of bitches, okay? Don't be looking up any answers or anything.
Okay.
I know Frank does every time.
Fuck you. I didn't look up one answer.
All right, here we go.
Ask me one question, one more before you ask the question at the fucking...
Here we go.
You cunt. That's right. I called you a cunt.
These questions are too easy, though.
Well, who told you to get a fucking $4 box of trivia? Just don't ask me anything science or art. That's the only thing I don't know. Don't try and find one now. He's cheating, people. Your hair is very wacky.
A lot of music. I didn't think this was music. It's supposed to be pop. Oh, maybe that's what it meant by pop. Pop trivia. I thought it was pop culture, not pop music.
Boom, 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 boom.
I got to film one at home. I got to film one as well.
Film is my forte.
Because I thought this was pop culture.
And I don't even know music that well.
I didn't know it was music.
I got 4 out of 5.
What was Robert Palmer addicted to in his 1986 song?
Heroin.
Money, love, fame, drink.
Tranny porn.
Well,
love.
You're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love.
What is up with your microphone?
I don't know. I think it's loose.
It's very
somewhere.
wobbly.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Larry wobbles, but he doesn't fall
All right,
down.
here's the question, actually, for you people out there. Do not look this up. I honestly want people to try and answer fairly.
Quidjibo.
I'm going to know you looked it up if I know who you are.
Especially Rob.
Here we go. A Whiter Shade of Pale was which band's debut single?
What is going on?
I think someone's trying to dial in. Should I even give the answers? That don't.
Don't what?
I heard that over here. Should I give the choices or just let them try?
Yeah,
and
give the choices.
All right, fine. A Whiter Shade of Pale was which band's debut single?
My favorite band.
Cream, Led Zeppelin, Protocol Harum, The Smiths. So, folks, answer in the comment section. Also, we're going to, by people answering, we know they listen to the whole episode.
There you go.
So, again, one more time for you people out there. A Whiter Shade of Pale was which band's debut single? Cream, Led Zeppelin, Protocol Harum. Nope, I misread that. Cream, Led Zeppelin, Procol Harum, The Smiths.
Smiths.
Answer the goddamn question. And then finally for Frank, this is your last one. Which blockbuster film features the song My Heart Will Go On? Here are the choices, though. Titanic, Avatar, Armageddon, or Man of Steel.
I just want to say this one is for the survivors.
The survivors.
God. I just think, every time I think of this movie, I think of my dumb ex-girlfriend. Because I saw it with her.
It was my first date.
Well, I think... God, you got some milk duds. I think of that, and I think of the moron behind me who thought, "Oh, that's why the Picassos are, what do you call it? So expensive because they were floating in the."
Okay.
And then at the end, when she goes, "Oh, it was just a dream." When Rose
dream.
dies,
Yeah.
I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper, Heavy D, something else. Okay. I don't think anyone's going to answer that question.
Because no one's going to listen to the entire episode? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of.
Because we are an hour 43 in.
We're an hour and 43 in, really?
Yep.
Hold on a second.
What are you doing?
Hold on.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.